Are you wondering why we aren't getting any Dragon Ball Super anytime soon? Why there are issues with the advertisement for Dragon Ball Daima or any advertisement for any of the movies that have come out recently, as well as this long hiatus with Dragon Ball Super's manga? Well, it looks like we finally have our answer, and it's in an article that I must have missed, but now we have the full thing translated from Japan. This article explains everything about Dragon Ball Super, about Dragon Ball, things going on behind the scenes, and why right now it feels like Dragon Ball is in sort of a limbo state. But before I get into it, let me know in the comment section below, what are you most excited about when it comes to Dragon Ball and its future? What are you most excited about? Something coming out with Dragon Ball soon or in the near future? Let me know in the comment section below. Let's go ahead and jump into this article. Frenzy and chaos surrounding Dragon Ball Money, which is already a huge title talking about Dragon Ball Money. Normally, we're always just talking about Goku versus Superman, or, you know, what's going to happen with Gohan next, or Dragon Ball Daima, Dragon Ball Sparking Zero, but nobody really talks about Dragon Ball Money. So I'm actually really excited to read this article because I want to know what the hell is going on. Why are we just seemingly getting like the shadow, the bare bones of Dragon Ball as of the last couple of years? Since its serialization began in 1984, Dragon Ball has remained a highly lucrative IP that continues to captivate people. According to the app research company Sensor Tower, the two Dragon Ball mobile games, including Dragon Ball Z Dokkan Battle, which began distribution in 2015, have surpassed a worldwide total revenue of 5 billion yen by February 2024. The movie Dragon Ball Super Superhero released in 2022, achieving a global box office revenue of 13 billion yen. In Saudi Arabia, a theme park of comparable scale to Tokyo's Disneyland is also set to be constructed. I mean, these are the achievements of Dragon Ball with the bare bones of what the IP owners are willing to give us. In March, the original author Akira Toriyama passed away, much to the regret of many. However, the momentum of Dragon Ball shows no sign of slowing down and continues to accelerate worldwide. Those involved unanimously agree it's the simplicity. When we analyze why the games became a hit in North America, it seems that the straightforwardness of let's fight to see who is the strongest, which can be enjoyed without much thought, resonated with people, said an insider from Bandai Namco. Major uproar due to person in charge going independent. Last year, there was an incident that caused an uproar in the business over this work. In May 2023, Aki Yoku, former head of Shueisha's Dragon Ball Room, went independent with several subordinates and established a new company, Capsule Corporations Tokyo, named after the fictional company that appears in the series, with the aim of managing creative activities and handling intellectual properties rights by Mr. Yoku, became the head of the Dragon Ball Room in 2016 after serving as editor-in-chief of V-Jump, which is 100% what ended up happening. We talked about this months ago. We all know that Aki Yoku was the one that made huge changes to Dragon Ball Super Superhero that honestly resonated with a lot of people, including Gohan's introduction as a supporting character essentially, and Piccolo's introduction as a main character, plus all the new transformations, and just how awesome that story actually went, especially with its conclusion. So he's been pushing a lot of different things in the background, trying to push Dragon Ball in a more fan-based direction, which is exactly kind of the future, in my opinion, that Dragon Ball needs to go. Also, huge apology for anyone that can hear a dog barking in the background. I just got a new puppy, and yeah, he just barks. That's what he does, so yeah, my bad. A Shueisha insider recalls, without consulting his superiors, Mr. Yoku unilaterally decided to make a film adaptation of Toriyama Sensei's Sandland. He always focused on serving the author, for better or for worse. At the same time, there was criticism from anime production companies and TV networks that he had a condescending attitude. In addition to these evaluations, progress was lacking in collaborations with the metaverse and AI that the higher-ups were anticipating. What is that I just read? Progress was lacking in collaborations with metaverse and AI that the higher-ups were anticipating. Are you trying to tell me that the higher-ups wanted Dragon Ball to go in a route with AI and the metaverse? Are you kidding me? Oh my god, those words just welled up in my throat. And they were anticipating that's the direction they were gonna go, but then he just decided to make a Sandland movie. Like, that's hilarious and also scary that, yeah, they're trying to go in that direction, but no, you already did a CG Dragon Ball superhero movie. You do not need to go in that direction for Dragon Ball whatsoever. You don't need to keep going further in that direction. I mean, like, that's insane. As a result, in 2022, he was reassigned to a new business department. This unwelcome transfer became the trigger, and within a year, Yoku went independent, taking over the role of Toriyama's spokesperson on behalf of Shueisha. Yoku's actions raised the risk of Shueisha losing its Dragon Ball rights. Toriyama Sensei was also dissatisfied with Yoku being removed, as he trusted him the most. Chairman Moro of Shueisha even went directly to Toriyama's residence in Aki Prefecture, but he couldn't persuade him to stay, said the aforementioned Shueisha insider. This put Bandai Namco, which had been making a fortune with games like Dokkan, in a difficult position. Yoku, who was Toriyama Sensei's spokesperson, became independent, but the rights to the manga were managed by Shueisha. It was unclear who to consult regarding matters related to the original work, and that is why we aren't getting things because of this split. Because this guy, they wanted him to go AI metaverse direction with Dragon Ball, and he's like, hell no, you know what, I'm doing Sandland. He did Sandland, and then he gets basically canned, fired from that position as a spokesperson, put into a department he didn't want to be, and then he went independent, and now everything is split. The rights are split. Everything is just fractured to the point where nobody knows what's going on, to the point where even Bandai is like, okay, so who are we talking to? Who's making these decisions? And now we are in the position that we are right now, where Dragon Ball seems to be, lack for a better word, aimless. Meetings about Dragon Ball were organized very vaguely, with all relevant parties being invited, which subtly included both Yoku and Shueisha's representatives, making the coordination extremely stressful, said the aforementioned Bandai Namco insider. Toriyama's passing occurred amidst the battle over rights. The discussion continued without the original author, and the disputes have been ongoing and still remaining unresolved, noted a Shueisha employee. Some industry executives are looking towards a resolution that involves the family, saying it depends on how the family feels about it. The question remains, who will ultimately take the lead in managing this massive IP? The future of bogged down battles, which is not befitting a shonen manga, remains unclear. That is insane, guys. So, because nobody knows, because there's battle over the rights, basically, is what it seems like. The ultimate situation to be. The battle over rights is the reason that we aren't getting any new Dragon Ball stuff. And the battle over rights is because nobody knows where to focus the Dragon Ball story anyway. So it makes sense that Dragon Ball Daima is really the only thing that we are getting, because Dragon Ball Daima was created, or was basically produced while Akira Toriyama had access to that production, but now he's passed, and there's a bunch of vultures trying to grab the IP and rip it into millions of pieces, while Aki Yoku is really the actual heir of the rightful heir of this stuff, including Toyotaro. So it's almost like we have a Game of Thrones situation with Dragon Ball right now, and that is the reason we don't know what's going on. And honestly, that's probably the reason that the manga has not returned, because even though I think it's a break for Grieving, I think it's also a break for this, because he doesn't know what's going on, which direction the story's gonna go. They probably haven't talked about the future of it. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if we're not getting any Dragon Ball stuff, at least official Dragon Ball stuff besides Daima, well into 2025. I'd be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised if that's the case, to be honest with you. And it's really a bummer, because a lot of us are waiting for Dragon Ball to come back, or some Dragon Ball, something Dragon Ball, like not just Daima. and it's sad that we probably won't be getting anything anytime soon. But anyway, yeah, that's my take on it, guys. It's really it really is sad. It really is depressing that we aren't getting any more Dragon Ball stuff here. But yeah, let me know what you guys think, and I'll see you guys later.
Subscribe for more content. Or perish.